Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh, yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.
And we're live. Sorry to cut y'all. We were chopping it up off the air, but the intro music just ended, so I had to start her up. Thanks everybody for tuning in to not another Bitcoin podcast. I'm your host, Ken Bozak. Joining me, as always, is my co-host, Double O Tats. How goes it?
What's good, man? You know what it is. Double O Tats, the Black James Bond with the tattoo gun. I gotta admit, man, you getting real good. How you saying not another Bitcoin podcast? That was smooth.
It's definitely making my tongue exercise every time I say it. I feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I see your tongue getting strong, bro. I see it.
Thank you, bro. Much appreciated. Joining us today is one of my favorite bros in the entire crypto space. I fucking love you, Darryll. I guess we'll start with letting you introduce yourself to people. This isn't your first time, but it's been a long time. Let us know who you are, how you got into crypto, and what you're doing now in the space.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is not my first time. I believe I was on the podcast in 2018. I've known you for about that amount of time. I got into crypto in 2017. We got involved in something that was a rug pull like 3 days in and decided that wasn't cool and decided to build our own, ethical platform. We built a forum, we built a faucet, and we had a PHP BB area for people to ask questions. We started blogging about, different crypto projects. And then we came around this law, SB 398 in the state of Nevada, which allowed us to circumvent gaming law, alcohol laws, all sorts of things that businesses need to follow in the state. We had a sandbox environment to build whatever we wanted. So the first iteration in crypto was Concierge, the hospitality-backed digital asset. Ken, you've bought beer on it. We had a wallet.
I utilized it in Vegas, like IRL, man. It was so cool. That was one of the more visceral experiences. I got to use crypto in Vegas in such a way that like you couldn't even use Bitcoin yet.
2018.
Yeah, in Vegas too. That's dope.
I think Darryll, I think you took me to a dispensary too one time to spend crypto at a dispensary. I think
we went to a dispensary. That was another platform operating in Vegas. That wasn't actually us, but that was another company that we were partnering with or working with that was helping to move along the innovation in cannabis on Waves blockchain.
Yeah, I was going through my pictures and I saw some pictures of us at the dispensary. I was like, oh yeah, I was like one of the first people to buy cannabis with crypto.
That was a fun time. So,
Bro, you
Ken's
got so
watched
much
this
to
thing
feed.
go up and down, and the pandemic kind of screwed up what we had going on. But we had two major nightclubs on the Strip prior to that. We were in 6 cities for access into clubs, and then I kind of got into the outer space program mindset of what do we do with crypto in outer space, and how do you get past the regulations that we have on planet. One of the biggest things that held us back as a fintech company in United States is that we had to follow regulations. We had to worry about the SEC, FINRA, these different agencies that are holding back innovation. And in outer space, there's no law for that. There's no law in outer space except that no country can own any body out there. So there is no any business that operates in a regulated market can't operate in outer space because it's an unregulated market. So we need unregulated innovation to be able to go up there and secure these assets, these real world assets that exist: cobalt, gold, platinum, and even water that we can use for outer space exploration. So, that's where, from the technology sector, we've really been looking at, pushing the innovation. What does space tourism look like? How do you buy beer in outer space? What does space commerce look like? How do you refuel your satellite in outer space? These are real problems that have to be solved right now. The gas station thing is more prevalent than the tourism thing, but the tourism thing is about 5 to 7 years off. And we've been innovating in this space since 2021. Premium domains purchased, the technology fleshed out, partners explore purchasing and the servicing sides, and then how do you get these things to outer space? And it's a hefty task, but that's really been the focus of what Future Stuff's been doing on the technology side. I've also been back in the film producing industry. I went to film school in 2003 to 2005. I worked for MTV. I was at Universal, and then the recession was what brought me to Vegas, and that's when I got involved in the hospitality space because I babysitted.
Hey, Spike Lee.
So we've got a project that we're working on in El Salvador that incorporates Bitcoin and surfing and what the government's doing out there. So that's kind of me in a nutshell. I mean, innovating on the edge of space technology, still very passionate about concierge and the hospitality aspect of that, but also realizing that my true passion lies in film and production, and I'm juggling about 7 live greenlit films and television shows right now. But the one that this podcast probably would care about the most is the surfing documentary in El Salvador that is being funded by Bitcoin.
El Salvador. What's the vibe in El Salvador around Bitcoin? Because I remember, didn't they seem to go all in, right? That was El
They went
Salvador.
all
where-
in.
Yeah, their electricity is free based off the profits they gotten from going all in. And I mean, I don't really keep my finger on the pulse there, but maybe you could fill us in on their success since they've kind of adopted Bitcoin.
Yeah, so they went full in on Bitcoin. They made it their national currency. At the same time, they got super, super hard on crime and started locking up all these gang members. And, a few years ago, El Salvador was one of the most dangerous countries in the world. Now it is the safest country in the Western Hemisphere. And because of that, the beaches are open again. The beaches used to be controlled by gangs, and it was a horrible place to bring your children. And now these kids are learning to surf. They're learning to swim. They're learning to fish. They're learning to live and understand that it's one of the most beautiful coastlines in all of the world. And it's just now gotten unlocked. And that's, there's been a documentary that was done that more ties the financial side of this to El Salvador. I think it's called Dare to Dream. I watched it on Amazon, but the one we're doing is about the leisure side of it. Like that, the fact that you can go surfing. The fact that you can go surfing undisturbed so much that the World Surfing League is now being held, part of it is being held in El Salvador. Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah.
That's fire. And that's gonna be like real good for Bitcoin because having that there, they're gonna see a lot of Bitcoin exposure there. That's cool.
Bitcoin's accepted everywhere. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm saying if it's there, and then then for them to have that filming and all that, it's gonna be fire, man. I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Yeah, they have an opportunity to.
Shot. Oh, go ahead.
They have an opportunity for a Dubai moment where they're going to just leapfrog a lot of financial technology and all these other things, and we're just going to see them innovate what would take us 100 years in about 10 to 20 years. I mean, it does suck to be in a developing country, or what most people would say is like a third world country. But honestly, they have the best opportunity to leapfrog those that would be considered developed nations. They could overdevelop. They don't have to worry too much about regulations and all the competitiveness. the opportunity is so big. That's why Dubai had the grow and glow up that it did, right? It didn't have to worry about all the things that we have in place now that stops one building from being built, let alone an entire country developing, right? We've been working on a single highway in the United States for like 50 years.
That's by design.
Right,
Shoot.
right. They're milking it for sure, but I mean,
Yeah.
in other countries like Venezuela, El Salvador, and stuff like that, where they're just like maybe not as developed, but they're utilizing this technology to leapfrog all that development. It's gonna be a destination place like Dubai is.
Yeah, I can see that, especially like having opportunity to learn from all the other countries' mistakes and stuff, and see the examples. You know what I mean, and what to do and what not to do. Like, I wish I was in a foreign country so that way I can learn from America's mistakes. You know what I mean? Like, really.
What's the gist
What
of
am
the
I?
documentary?
This is a documentary, yeah.
What's the gist of it? Like, what's like the angle of the documentary?
It's showcasing the surfing lifestyle. It's showcasing the fact that you can have that like carefree, almost beach bum lifestyle in El Salvador, where that was not available less than 10 years ago. Where you can take your family and not worry about them getting abducted, where you can go to the beach and not worry about getting shot or killed, or all the other things that come with that I don't really need to unpack right now. But it's the beauty of it, and it's not just these guys. There's a lot of our industry and friends that are down there. I was talking to Wayne Marcel the other day, and he connected me with some guys that have an operation going down there. The
Blockchain Wayne. That's the
love it.
homie.
Yeah.
That's the homie.
Yeah, no, he's family right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to
it's just
Theo.
empowering.
You feel me? I got my Bitcoin Balenciaga bracelet on 24/7. I've been
Oh,
having this thing
nice.
on almost a year now,
Right
bro.
here,
I've been
right here.
rocking it. Oh, we back
I got one too.
Respect. That's love.
in. Yeah, I'm definitely pulling up on you when I get to Vegas, bro. I'm so excited. That's exciting.
Are
Yeah,
you
come through,
going
man.
out there to do any of the filming or making the documentary yourself, or?
I am. Yeah, we're planning on going the May 30th through the 7th of June. That's the date that I literally just confirmed up about 15 minutes before this podcast, and it's a crew of 8 plus my co-producer and myself.
Oh, cool, cool, cool.
Hell yeah.
So, are you gonna surf? Am I gonna see Darryll surfing in this documentary?
Right.
It's funny you say that. So I was just paddleboarding, which is not surfing, but that's about as close as I've ever
Which is
gotten.
not surfing.
I was doing that in California about 4 days ago. I'm going to try. I'm going to give it a shot. I mean, I always try stuff. I'm never afraid to do something once. I'll eat any kind of food once. Like, let's go.
Oh, shit.
I tried wakeboarding or whatever, where you just stand on that thing. I think it was paddleboarding, one or the other in Hawaii, and it's so hard, so hard. But then I see these like fucking 8-year-old kids, like this little girl and these little boys, and they're just cruising on their boards. I couldn't even stand on mine. It is a lot harder than it looks. Especially when underneath of you is like a bunch of coral. So every time you fall off of the damn thing, you're cutting yourself up and getting hurt. It is such an unpleasant experience.
I
Yeah,
can imagine.
First time I tried to go surfing was in Orange County in about 2008 or 7. And my buddy was like, grab a board from my house, come down the stairs, to the beach and walk over. We're over here. And so I show up, and as I'm carrying this board to come learn how to surf for my surfer bro friends, he comes out of the water covered in bloody, just eating it, gone into the rocks. And he's like, no, I'm done for the day. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now?
Yep.
And so that was the only like real time. I mean, other than being in San Diego once a couple years ago, but yeah, no, I'm going to try it. I'll go out.
Oh, you know what? I'll do you a favor because I wish I had this favor done to me. Water shoes. You should have water shoes because your feet touching the ground is going to make the whole thing suck. And if you have shoes on, you won't have to worry about your toes getting cut up all the damn time. So water shoes will probably change the experience.
Interesting.
I didn't have them when I went.
So what the hell's a water shoe?
Yeah, I'm kind of interested in it as well.
Shoes specifically made to be worn in the water, and when the soles get wet, it actually makes it grip things more instead of slippery. So it's sort of like, the shoes that you would wear if you worked at like McDonald's or in a greasy kitchen. When the shoes get greasy, they don't lose friction, they gain friction, right? That's like the difference. So water shoes get friction when they're wet, and they're made to kind of dry fast, and they don't make your feet feel like they weigh 10 pounds and But yeah, I wish I knew they existed when I went waterboarding in Hawaii, because that sucked. And then I saw the kids with shoes on, and I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, are like these not like old fashioned like open toe sandals? Like, you know what I mean? Like
No,
I'm
no,
seeing sandals. Like, you know what I'm
no,
saying? Like fucking
sandals.
Velcro sandals, you know what I mean? Like
They kind
that's
of
all I'm
look like
seeing right
Chuck
now.
Taylors. They kind of look like Chuck Taylors most of the time, with like a
Oh
Skechers
wow.
vibe.
So like there's some sneakers.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah,
funny.
exactly, exactly. Water shoes are just sneakers,
Okay.
essentially. Yeah. Usually they don't have laces, so they're like
Okay.
slip-ons, like water moccasin
Okay.
kind of
Okay.
vibes.
Oh, now I'm thinking about now I got a whole lot of different shoes in my mind that I used to wear that I used to have that they may be water shoes.
I've seen
Oh
it in like
yeah,
applications when people go like hiking up creeks and stuff, and like if you got to be in the water a lot. I've seen those type of water shoes. I don't know. I'm more of like a barefoot at the beach kind of guy.
yeah, but
Like
not when you're trying to board, bro. Because that coral, man, just standing. Imagine like your body weight on coral on your feet. I mean, that's what I had to deal with for like an hour.
fair.
Oh wow, because you in the ocean standing on the coral.
Yeah, and you don't know when there's like a barge or whatever, like a sandbar or whatever. So like sometimes you'll feel like there's
Yeah.
nothing under you for like 50 feet, and then you'll go 2 feet, and then next thing you know, you can stand up again in the ocean. It's there's like little islands of like
Boy.
stuff, and there's like coral all over.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know what's funny? I just spent like 2 weeks in LA. When I tell you I didn't even touch the water, didn't touch the sand. I'm
I
standing
will.
on the beach
Water over
in
there
my
is dirty.
motherfucking in my dress shoes. I'm not bullshit. You know,
I
I'm
could
coming
have won
through
a
in the
bet
penny
on
loafers.
Polymarket betting on you not going in that ocean, bro.
Bro, literally, bro. Literally. I got close and I was like, you know what?
100%.
That's gonna fuck up my shoes. And I'm not taking them
Yeah,
off.
it's dirty up there. You don't want to swim in the LA water. I mean,
No,
Ken,
there's
remember
warnings every week. Yeah.
Ken and I went to San Pedro a bunch of years ago, and it was like, oh, we're by the water, and then we realized we're by the
Whoa.
biggest port in the entire country. You do not want to put your body.
Real.
There was warnings
I'm
all over
glad I
the
didn't.
beach and shit, bro. Like, do not go swimming. There was like a sewage thing. There is always a sewage level, but there's levels that they do and don't tolerate. But there's always poop and pee wherever you swim in LA in the ocean, bro. 100%. It's sewage.
Man, man, I mean, shit, there's many fucking bums and homeless people living on the beach. Like, yeah, it makes sense.
Oh yeah, and
Orange
that on
County,
Especially like
top
I
of
had
it.
homies. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah,
had a
yeah.
homie at Smash Lemon. He got his own juice bar on Venice Beach. So I'm kicking it with him there all night and shit. We wake up in the morning and like bums are already there. They beat us there. I'm like, how you beat us to the beach? And he's like, nah, bro, they live there. I'm like, what the fuck? Like they just living on the beach.
Yeah.
If you gotta do, you gotta do.
Dude, how do I get in this documentary? Is there like a walk-on extra role? Could I be like,
I
an
was,
extra or
I was
something?
thinking about that too.
so maybe not this one because this one is all about surfing, and we just established that none of us know how to surf. But the next one is
I
going to
learned stuff
be
right now.
a part two. The next one's going to be a part two about how crypto is really changing El Salvador from our
Oh,
perspective.
nice.
And our director and producer are Emmy Award winning directors and producers. So we're bringing like the highest level production value to this. This is one of those, going to win awards or at least be in the award, circuit for, at least a year and then get distributed on a Netflix or an Amazon. We haven't sold or shopped it yet because we haven't completed it. But the second one will be more about the Bitcoin Mansion guys, the Bitcoin Beach guys, what we're doing from our side of this to support them, because there's a big part of this is the fact that the crypto space is like, oh, El Salvador, you're the beacon of hope for governments operating on crypto. Whereas, we see it on the other side over here with central banks and stuff like that and all this other garbage that they're trying to do. Ken and I have had countless conversations about, who to let into the crypto space versus like who shouldn't be in and who's trying to buy their way in, and the financial market, makers that are in it that don't need to be in it. But, we have a real opportunity to support this little country that's doing amazing things at a global level that could change. It's be like effectively going to be like a Malta where,
Yeah.
we can set companies up and build businesses. You can get banking licenses for crypto, things that were never imaginable here or nearly impossible here. So, I mean, that's, that would be an opportunity for this community in a whole. And we could do follow-on events to support that, to get people down there for this next documentary that we're going to do.
Are they doing any conferences?
They did a conference down there. It was a few years ago. I do not remember the name of it, but it was a couple-day event to showcase, like, it was almost like their go-to-market presentation for the world, where they had a conference to show what they were doing and invited all these different people from around the world. But I believe that was in like 2022. It was in that other documentary, Dare to Dream, that I saw.
Okay, yeah, that's awesome. It's they're
Yeah,
sort
I'm
of
gonna watch
like
that
an
too. That's
open
on Amazon,
source
you said,
proof
right?
of concept.
Yeah, it is on Amazon. And what was that, Ken, about? You're saying
Oh,
that
I'm
this
just
is like
saying they're basically an open source proof of concept that other countries can follow. I mean, give it 10 or 20 years, obviously, it's going to take time. Probably going to have a few issues that they overcome to really see the opportunity. Because if there aren't any issues that they have to overcome, people are just still going to wait on the sidelines. There always has to be issues. Like there were early on with the internet and power grids and stuff like that, right? So I think people looking at them in that sense of like, all right, whatever the issue is, they're gonna have to be the ones who solve it. Like they depend on it the most, right? So hopefully the devs, when it really comes down to it, will be able to support them for basically building the infrastructure on this layer. Because like if they have to fork it, like what would that look like? What message would that send to the world if they had to fork Bitcoin because like the developers weren't really like working with them? Not saying like work with the government, but with their people.
Yeah,
Right.
no, that's an interesting point to make. That I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
only time will tell where it ends up.
Yeah, I would like to see them utilize things like Bitcoin Cash as well, and not so much focus on Bitcoin. Like there isn't really a foundation for Bitcoin to really go into there and help with the development. But like if they were to diversify a little bit, I mean, I don't know what their portfolio looks like as a nation. Again, they are BTC Bitcoin heavy. I don't know if it's like a maxi country, but I would love to see some more diversity, like with Bitcoin Cash, even with things like Solana or Ethereum, where they like could build dApps and stuff, right? Like you can't really do much with Bitcoin outside of pretend it's money and buy it low, sell it high. But with a lot of other chains out there, you could actually build infrastructure on with protocols and kind of set it and forget it, and things would just run.
Yeah, I would say give it time. And the reason why I say that is the signaling that, the crew that I know down there is not going to BTC 26, they're going to consensus. So what does that say to the statement that you just made? Bitcoin being their national currency doesn't mean that it's the only crypto that can be utilized down there. And the more that we support them with knowledge and, community outreach can kind of steer that ship. I mean, the president and vice president are highly visible. The conversations that we're having right now are going to have us talking to the vice president very soon and in line to talk to the president for this
Wow.
this follow-on documentary. So those are the type of things
Right.
that we can look at as a community and see how we can, almost pioneer this model.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I'm
yeah.
with
'Cause
that.
it needs to be pioneered, and it needs to be, like you say, resold, repackaged, and redistributed, to the world, to every country, man. Because like decentralization is the future. Like that's what makes the most sense, and it's fair. You know what I mean? Like it's
Well,
not corrupt.
as that multi vibe that Darryll mentioned earlier kind of goes there, I think that the development will come out of it because of the opportunities, like he mentioned, to actually have like a company that has a banking license that's a crypto company running out of there. The incentive to build will like so what they're doing is basically making it an incentive for developers and companies to build there rather than somewhere else, right? So you're going to see things coming out of like Venezuela, El Salvador, or whatever, like nations like that are going to be adopted by America, China, and Russia and stuff like that.
I think you're absolutely right. And I think the other side of this is the tourism aspect. You can drive to El Salvador. You can drive to Central America. We are so close. And for some reason, we as a country forget that most of the most beautiful coastline and beaches in the world exist to south of us. Mexico has the most beach coastline of any country in the world. We have an opportunity here to show that. And, not to jump to another project, but one of the other projects I'm working on is an overlanding show to explore accessibility in the national parks, state parks, and then eventually the world.
Wow.
Ken knows this. You don't know this, and your viewers. I had 2 surgeries on my Achilles tendon in the last 18 months. Ken's seen me walking. Ken's seen me on a knee scooter. Ken's seen me with my mom taking me around in a cast. I mean, it's been rough. But what we did to celebrate the end of it was we went on a Grand Circle trip to Zion, Antelope Canyon, Horseshoe Bend, Monument Valley, and the Grand Canyon. And what my mom didn't realize, and what I explained to her, was there's 88 trails there. And so we're showcasing accessibility to the national park system. Now think about back to El Salvador. One of our episodes we're going to drive from Prudhoe Bay, Alaska, down to Cape Horn, down at the tip of the bottom of South America. You could do every single mile of that except the teeny tiny area called the Darien Gap. The Darien Gap is below El Salvador. So you could get in your car right now, Ken, or we could hop in my Acura and drive to El Salvador. It sounds crazy, but it's a real possibility. And these countries are all kind of looking at what that looks like. How do we, clean up our act? Mexico's obviously doing something with their cartel right now. And this is just like the beginning. I mean, those countries are, for some reason, when the industry was looking at where crypto and unbankable people live, they are always looking at Africa and Asia, but South and Central America is right here. I mean, it's an hour flight, 2-hour flight. So, I mean, that's kind of what I see in the future of that area, and what I think we can really help with.
Do we need a passport to go to El Salvador, Mexico?
You do need a passport. Yep.
You need a passport to go anywhere, bro. And actually now you need a real ID or a passport to travel domestically. So I don't know this, or I don't know if you know this or not, but technically the ID that you have, the driver's license for the flight that you're about to take right now, technically you got charged, I think, $45 that you're not even aware of because you don't have a real ID. Yeah, man, they're charging you for it. And soon, I think at the end of this year, you will not be allowed to fly, period, without a real ID or a passport, even if you're flying in America.
Yeah, I got a real ID though.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay, cool then. I got a passport.
Like,
I don't know anybody that got the real ID. I ask everybody.
I had to get one.
So now I know 2 people. Okay, shit, man. I didn't realize that we were conforming. Okay, I'll get mine.
But don't put that on me, bro. Don't put that on me, bro. Come on.
No, I lost my driver's license. I couldn't find it. So the only proof of ID I had was my birth certificate. So I brought it to the DMV, and that's how I randomly got my real ID. I didn't realize I was getting one. I just needed to get a new driver's license, replacement driver's license.
Are all driver's licenses now real IDs? If they reissue a driver's license, is it still? I thought it was a separate card.
I think every driver's license is a real ID, but not every ID is a driver's license.
Got you. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got a passport. It's good for like 2 more years, and then I got to renew it. And it's got 10 years worth of stamps in it for sure.
Love that.
Damn. Yeah, that's fair. I want to get mine. I'm about to be a passport, bro.
Shout out to DJ Meat Popsicle. I see you in the chat, bro. Said, I'm Canadian. My ID is real. What the hell is a real ID? Yeah, dude, Canadians don't have to worry about the real ID shit, man. And yeah, I love you, bro. I miss Canada. I can't wait to go back. Futurist in Toronto. I should be there. Gotta get my flight booked for Vegas soon so I can be with Double O Tats at Bitcoin 26. Thanks to everybody from the Bitcoin Cash community, bro. I raised like $4,000 to go to Slovenia to attend a Bitcoin Cash conference. Yeah, man, I'm fucking hyped for that. I'm actually a little nervous. Like, I woke up to it, and it's like, it's exciting, but also like, oh yeah, I'm going to a whole different country in Europe, like, Europe by Austria and shit. It's like,
You've been to Bulgaria and all type of shit, Singapore, all type of shit, bro. That shit ain't gonna be nothing.
10 years of passport stamps, you got this.
I know, right,
bro.
Right.
Come on, man.
You
gonna go stay in a hostel? You know what I'm saying? Gonna sit next to a guy eating salad with his fingers.
Yeah, the utensils thing is definitely not a universal tool. I'll tell you that much. I've learned. Neither is toilet paper. A lot of bidets around the world. A lot. I feel like a majority of the world is evolving past toilet paper, and America is just stuck on it. I prefer the bidet. I don't have one, but when I travel, I do prefer the bidet every time.
So you like motherfucking water spurting up your ass?
I'm just saying, if poop touches my hand,
You
I'm not
heard it
just
here
going to use a
first.
paper towel and say I'm clean. You know what I mean? I'm going to hit my hand with some soap and water and rinse it off. And I'm just saying, like, I never felt cleaner until I accidentally used a bidet. Then you're like, oh, I'm in my 30s and I finally know what it's like to feel clean. I
Wait,
haven't felt
explain
this clean since
accident.
I was a baby.
Did you flush and it turned into a bidet? Is that what happened?
Yeah, yeah. 100%. Dude, I'm the guy who literally jumped off the toilet and water was squirting all over the place.
That's fire.
I had no
Hell
clue what
no.
happened. I'm looking around like,
Hell
where's the
no.
toilet paper? I said, forget it. I flushed. I'm like, I'll get a shower. And then I got a toilet shower.
Hell no.
Cherry bomb.
So wait, so it's like it's that much pressure, like it'll hit the ceiling.
It was enough to go to like the sink area, the mirror on the sink. Yeah, there's a decent amount of pressure.
That's crazy. That's like a super soaker ass. Like,
And it was warm. It wasn't cold water, bro.
oh,
That's what I'm saying. Dude, it freaked me all the way out, bro.
So how was your European vacation? Well, the bidets were great.
Oh, yeah, traumatizing in the best way.
Hell no.
That's no fountain.
That's one of the things I like the most, though, about traveling and like going to crypto conferences is seeing the area that the conferences are located around and trying to see if anybody accepts crypto. And whenever you're not in the United States, if I'm in Canada, I go to a conference like Futurist. You go anywhere, they accept Bitcoin and they also accept random shit like Buns, which was like an altcoin some project came out with. And like you could just buy a coffee or a haircut in Canada with crypto, right? And it's like you go to like Singapore for token 2049. You're walking around Singapore, you see Bitcoin acceptance signs in like half the damn stores. It's awesome. In the States though,
Yeah,
it's
bro.
still all you
And
see are
see,
Bitcoin ATM machines. That's what we have here.
yeah, and see, I'm about to change that, but I'm gonna change it. Like
But
I done already onboarded 2 businesses. The Tetra Smoke Lounge, we onboarded them to accept Bitcoin Cash, and in Venice Beach, I onboarded Smash Lemon to accept Bitcoin Cash. And the objective with the Bitcoin Cash Sprinter Van, Tattoo Sprinter Van, I'm gonna be going nationwide onboarding different merchants, so that way we always got somewhere in America we can go get a haircut, get some coffee, or do something. You know what I mean? It's part of my mission as a B catcher or whatever you want to call me. You know what I mean? Like I gotta make this happen,
you
bro.
want to overland and do it? Because that could align directly with what we're doing.
Hell yeah, I want to. Hell yeah, let's fucking do it. Yeah,
Let's get together, man, when you're in town, because yeah, this overlanding show is more than just like a television show. It's a passion of mine that Ken knows from watching me camp through the pandemic and all that stuff. Like this needs to happen, and so I'm in. And if we can bring crypto to the masses, that's another benefit to that. I will say the YO Hackathon had an Ethereum coffee shop. And I was really impressed because you're in Wyoming in Laramie, which is a town of like, I don't know, don't get mad at me, Laramie people, but like 50,000 people, like not a big town. And they had an Ethereum coffee shop, and we were giving out free Ethereum cards. And we go there and they take the balance off of them, and there was an app, and a couple of us were able to utilize that, and I thought that was pretty cool.
that is really cool, and I really want that for our country too, man. For us, because people always ask me, well, what can I do with the Bitcoin Cash? I've been giving away $100 worth of Bitcoin Cash. I done gave over over 80, almost 90 Bitcoin Cash tattoos. And at the end of the conversation is always like, well, what can I do with it? What can I do with it? And I always have to tell them, well, use this app or use this app. I want to be able to tell them, well, you can go to this place and spend it, go to this place and spend it, go to this place and spend it. You know what I mean? Like that's the mission for what I'm doing with the Bitcoin Cash community and the Tattoo Sprinter Van.
Does Bitcoin Cash not have like rails, or like, I don't really know it as well as I know other cryptos? Are there like vendors that are using it? Are there point of sales for it? I mean,
Yeah,
Yep.
there's all kinds of development, man. There's so
Okay.
much infrastructure. That's what I'm saying. Like, I would love to see El Salvador utilizing it for the tech for Bitcoin Cash, because there's not so much you can use Bitcoin's blockchain for when it comes to like development and like infrastructure. But the smarter blockchains out there like Bitcoin Cash and Solana, you can actually do a lot. You can build a lot and actually start something. But you can
Love
just
that.
use Bitcoin as money too. That's cool.
Yeah, they're obviously using Lightning for the payment side of it, but
That's
yeah,
not
that's
Bitcoin though.
absolutely.
But that's not Bitcoin though.
I agree.
I am the biggest anti-lightning person there ever since day one. I was anti-lightning because it's not Bitcoin. It's a coupon redemption service for
Yep.
Bitcoin, but it's not Bitcoin. It has nothing to do with if you can't send your lightning to my Bitcoin address, then it's not Bitcoin. I win.
Right. I'm gonna say that's take away the peer to peer part, right? That's a
Yeah,
person in
yeah, yeah,
between the
yeah.
peer.
Well,
So it's
you
peer
become
lightning
a
peer.
middleman. Lightning Network is sort of like decentralized middlemen because you could start a Lightning channel, which say is like 1 Bitcoin in the channel, which means it could facilitate 1 Bitcoin worth of Lightning transactions at a time for settling. And if somebody wanted to do more than that, they'd have to opt to a bigger channel, or
Yeah, that's
if you
stupid.
wanted to close the channel, they wouldn't be able to redeem their Lightning for Bitcoin on chain because the channel's closed. There's too many issues with it that
Yeah, that don't make sense.
It's
That
Visa with
yeah,
more steps.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're supposed to be simplifying the whole process to add other steps. That just doesn't really make sense. Like that's kind
That's
of
the big
counterproductive.
block bullshit though.
These are
Mm.
key talking points for the next round of documentaries, man. And to get this information out there and to get it to the masses out there so that they understand that there's opportunities and innovation. And like we said before, places for people to stand up businesses, places for entrepreneurs to come in and bring more resources to that area. I mean, this is just a huge area of opportunity that you just, I don't want to say exposed, but that you just, showcased that allows us to see where the next round of innovation could go.
Facts. Are you utilizing any tech in crypto for the production of the documentary or shows or anything like crowdfunding, NFTs for stuff, or tokenization? I'm just curious if you're utilizing any of the cool like features that we have now in crypto in the documentary production or process.
Not for production. From the production standpoint, this is super traditional, and or I would say all of the productions that I'm working on are super traditional. From the fundraising side of it, we're definitely tapping into the crypto network, the crypto industry, the people that have done well and want to help out and see more people do well and more opportunities arise. It's kind of a fine line, and it's not necessarily crypto, but it's sort of the emerging tech associated with like AI that we have to be very careful with because there's a lot of like IP restrictions and the basis of IP is that you need to be able to source the original aspect of it in order to prove that it's yours if there's ever a dispute. And with AI, you can't do that. Now, the answer, and I mean, you both probably are jumping to this as well, is utilizing blockchain to prove IP is original and utilizing it as an NFT or certificate of authenticity or like any of those sort of things. But like what can be done right now versus what we could brainstorm opportunity in the future is a totally different conversation. But yeah, to answer your question, no, we're using traditional filming mechanisms that have been around for a while.
Gotcha. No, it's the safest bet to make, honestly. Maybe with the second one, you could have more fun with it. But yeah, you definitely don't want anything that could be like smart contracted up and things could go wrong or whatever. I guess like what are some of like the difficulties that you've kind of had to overcome kind of getting this stuff together? Because it couldn't have been easy getting an 8-person team together plus yourself to go to El Salvador to make a documentary for surfing. I mean, what was that process like just trying to build that team around the idea?
Well, actually, it seems when these things are right, they come together pretty well. And that's what need to kind of convey to the audience is that if you're onto something and it's very difficult, keep going. But if you're onto something and it's seemingly falling into your lap, run with it because that's when the universe aligns. Things become, serendipitous. It just seems like they have to be there. Now,
Can you rewind that one more time for me? Because I liked that a lot, and I want to make sure that was like I got embedded in my brain. One more time for
so
me, please.
I started with saying if things are hard, it doesn't mean that they're wrong. They're just hard. But when things become easy and it seem like they're falling into your lap, that's when you need to run with it because that's the universe giving you that opportunity, showing you that that's your path, that like this has to happen. It's like if I turn this down, why I would be foolish. So
Yeah,
this documentary it was they approached us, they needed funding. I mean, that's one of the things that seemingly people come to me all the time for now in many different industries. I don't know how I know how I got benchmarked as this person that has capital is because we've been successful in the industries that we're in, but I'm getting pitched companies left and right from aerospace to films to startups, and this one was needing funding. They needed funding for this trip. They needed funding to film. They needed funding for editing, for buying stock footage, for things like that. And when I got involved in it, it just seemed like this was the perfect opportunity. I hit one person up, Wayne Marcel. I said, "What do I need to know about El Salvador?" He said, "This person, that person, this person, that person, that person, this person. I can do this. I can put you to this. I can talk to you about this." And I said, "Awesome," because you just gave me the confidence to tell these guys that I can handle it. And then I signed on as an executive producer, and we've been able to put this thing together. And it's been literally about as fluid as possible. And like I said, when things are hard, it doesn't mean that they're wrong. But when things are this aligned, we are the people. These are the people. This is the time. That's the place.
Damn,
You know
I'm
what I mean?
happy
And
to hear that, man.
Yeah, no, for real. I feel that. Like, that hit so heavy because, like, man, sometimes I struggle with a lot of things that I do. I take a lot of effort, but then it's sometimes that shit fall right in my lap, and I'll be like, "Yep, that's the universe taking care of me." Like, I know I'm aligned. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. I'm going in the right direction because otherwise, why would it be coming so easy to me? You know what I mean? Like, it's got to be perfect. You know what I mean? Like, that was heavy right there. It's
Yeah. No, I love to hear that too. That like that it just came together like destiny, man. Because a lot of this space, I feel like the people in it, like yourself, it's just been biding time for things that are going to be a lot bigger. And I feel like this is it for you. I mean, like making content like this, like I feel like this could be the bigger picture that things have been building up to for you. And I see that happening for a lot of people in this space that have been here for coming up on a decade of building in crypto, being able to capitalize on that. I'm looking forward to watching the documentary just for the fact that I now get to say I'm going to watch Darryll surf. That is what I'm going to be on the edge of my couch with the popcorn on my lap waiting for, is that exact scene. Just so you know. So you can't cut it. Whoever's editing this cannot cut the scene of Darryll surfing, no matter
hell
what.
yeah.
and
Hell
only
yeah, especially coming from a Achilles surgery and shit, and to be on a surfboard. Oh,
Exactly,
you fired,
dude.
bro. That's like Kobe shit, bro. Straight up.
I was
well, I
gonna
stood on a
ask
wakeboard,
before.
I stood on a paddleboard 4 days ago in the
That's what
Seal
I was just
Beach.
gonna ask before we went live. We didn't have much time to really chat, but I was gonna ask before we went live how you were doing,
I'm
and
doing great,
that's good
man.
to hear.
Yeah, it's been a run. I injured myself in 2023. Had the first surgery in August of 24. That in between then is when you ended up in Las Vegas, and so you saw me kind of like at the end of realizing I needed another surgery. And you actually saw me the day before my surgery because my mom came to town and we came to check out what you were doing. Shit, man. I mean, it just sucks when you can't walk. You put on a ton of weight. You're not able to work. You're not able to go anywhere. I wasn't able to drive. And I think that 2.5 years of just being locked down in my own house prison is why I'm ready to just go. And January of this year, I mean, it started off CES, then it was the Sundance Film Festival. Then I went up to the Super Bowl. Then it was being out in LA for the Oscars, and doing a couple different conferences here. And last week or 2 weeks ago was like Investor Week out here, where I was in a suit more than I've been in like the last 10 years. And it's the time. It's like what I said a few minutes ago, like when it's happening, do it. When it's in front of you and it's like, hey, Monday night investor meeting, Tuesday night private jet meeting, Wednesday night investor meeting, Friday 5 meetings back to back on the strip, including a terrace suite at the MGM. Like, you're going to turn that down, and then Ben Jones shows up in Vegas for an event on Saturday. You know what I mean? It's like you got to just keep going, and
Right.
when you do that, you put yourself in the right rooms, things happen.
Yeah, and Vegas is a great
Facts.
spot to end up in some right rooms, just
Man.
existing. I do miss Vegas, man. I can't wait to get back in town and hang out with Double O and see your ass when I'm back there. Hopefully, I'll
Hell
be in
yeah.
town for 420. We're trying to figure all that out, but I would love to be in
Let's
Vegas
see. How
for
many days we got?
420,
Oh,
man.
we got a
That's like
week. Oh yeah, it's
that's
happening.
6
It's
days
happening,
from
bro.
now.
It's happening, bro. You be here in a week. You'll be here for sure.
I got
You
NAB
smoke?
pass.
You smoke? You 420 friendly, Darryl? Yeah, yeah. Hey,
Yeah,
listen. Bitcoin Gator told me about that. It's a Bitcoin Cash bong that they got, whatever. And I'm finna get one of the motherfuckers, and we're gonna take a big ass hit off that motherfucker.
Love that.
yeah. We
Love
could
that.
take you to the lounge with us too, man. That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
My God. You
That
keep
would
talking
be
about that. I'm
awesome.
so excited about that. I can't
That's
wait to
what I'm
go
looking
home.
forward to the most for 420, bro. We are going to that lounge on 420 in Vegas. I need to do it. I need it for like
What
medicinal
lounge are you guys
purpose.
talking about?
I don't want to talk about it because then it will blow up. But it's like an awesome smoke lounge in Vegas, bro. It's
Is
epic.
it the consumption lounge that we have out
It's
here?
probably the best one.
There's a couple
Like,
consumption lounges now, but this one is my favorite.
I've been to
yeah,
one. I won't tell it where it is because if that's the one, I don't want to blow your spot. But
right.
walk in and you go to the right, and then there's a consumption lounge all the way to the right. And if
No,
that's
this
the
one
one,
is so big. People
Yeah,
don't
that's
even
big.
know
It's like,
what it is. Like it's literally people don't even know what they're doing there. Like it's a dispensary, but it's
yeah,
so much more than a dispensary. But everybody just they don't know what it is. Like they just walk in and walk out.
I think you're talking about the same place.
It's
Place is dope.
it's one of my favorite spots. Yeah, they have like what is it the pizza vending machine 00?
oh yeah, they got chicken tenders in the vending machine. I think it might have been a corn dog or something. But yeah, I had a vending machine though, and it was hot
Yeah.
and fresh, and I was like, "That's crazy." Me and my mama ate that shit.
And it was
I
hot.
was
And then we had
dying, bro.
we had like some weed daiquiris and shit. I'm talking about, man, when I tell you halfway through it, I was like, oh shit, let me sit the fuck down.
Yeah, Vegas is going to be awesome for Bitcoin 26. I'm not a big fan of the maxi events. Like, my whole goal is to basically go to the conference and troll all the maxis.
I'm gonna say we gonna troll the fuck out of them.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
I'm wearing all green. Yeah, I might have my green flag on. I might go on some gangster shit. Fuck it.
I like the free stuff. I like the fact that they literally wine and dine the crap out of us while we're there.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Hey,
the
listen,
free side events and all that.
I've never experienced, going to conferences and stuff, and I didn't realize how like all the stuff is free. Like the whole experience is free. Listen, I come from a culture where when you show up, you gotta pay to get there. The food, you gotta pay for the food. You gotta bring your own weed. But like, listen, everything is paid. You gotta pay for everything in my culture. So to be in a different, you know what I mean? Like, I love this. Like, I'm gonna get so many people who are like, look, y'all, everything's free over here. Look, this is what we do over here. Like,
Oh man,
I
Ken and
feel
I
you,
went to
like,
man.
you don't understand. Like, I'm talking about,
Ken,
I was
remember
literally,
that conference at MGM that we went to that was like last June? That place gave so much free stuff. I've never gotten more free stuff than at MAU at the MGM.
Yeah, that was the North America application thing for like Google apps or like apps, right? It
Mobile
was
app
like,
unlimited. It was like how
yeah,
to scale mobile apps, and we had mobile apps. Well, he was an influencer, I was a mobile app developer, and we were the belle of the effing ball. Like
we
everything
really
was
were. It was so weird.
getting like Kobe beef tacos and ahi tuna cones, and did sushi for one of the lunches. Like
I gave my ticket to VG Virtual Growth, and he went and he was killing it, bro. He was mingling and networking. He was working that conference.
Hakkasan. We went to Hakkasan for the after party. We were getting fed more food. It was like, here's food, here's beer, here's food, here's booze, here's food, here's Topgolf, here's food, here's Hakkasan. Like,
and here's what people don't know, man, is I social engineered that ticket to happen. I did not have a ticket. We were in line. I know. And Darryl's like, oh, you don't have a ticket. Fill this out. And I'm like, okay, I got this. I filled it out as soon as he was in front of me. So I got the email that said you applied for the conference. So when I was the next person in line, I just showed them, hey, I got the email that said I was approved, but I never got like the QR code or whatever. And they were like, oh, no problem, this, that, and the other, and gave me my ticket. And I was like, yeah, it's that easy.
Yeah. Coming back. I signed up again. We'll be there in June.
Oh man, send me the link. Send me the link. I'll do it for Double O. He needs to be there.
I'm surprised you didn't get an email from them like, "Hey, come back next year."
Yeah, you're right. I might have actually. You're right because I did use my real credentials at the registration desk.
That was a great event.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of fucking invites on Luma and stuff. A lot of crypto invites based on, I think, because I went to other crypto events or other Luma events. now those same hosts or stuff are like sending me
Oh
invites
man,
and
when
stuff.
you're back in Vegas, you're gonna have something new to do every day when you see, because Luma's kind of new to your radar. So like when you go back to
Right, right.
Vegas, open
Yeah.
Luma and you'll see a bunch of free shit to do or whatever. Like I mean, there's always something, but there are
Yeah.
things crypto related around the conferences. But Luma isn't just crypto. There's so much happening on there.
Yeah, I've been seeing, man. Like you said, it's kind of new to me. Like you kind of put me on the Luma, and now that I've been traveling and stuff. Everywhere I go, I'm always checking in on Luma, see what they got going on. Because I'm gonna be there for a little bit. I'm gonna pull up on one of the events, might be a
Right.
meetup or AI or crypto something.
Oh, it
Like
could be
I
a
got
free
like
side event for a conference. All you need is the Luma to get. You don't need a ticket to the conference, and that's not
Explain
just
this one to
crypto
me.
conferences.
I'm confused now because I have Luma and I'm getting invites to places in all different cities. You're telling me that it's proximity based? Like if I open it in Vegas, it'll tell me that there's events in Vegas?
Well, yeah,
I
you
think if
could
you
search by
if you got to
area.
search
Yeah.
it, but nonetheless, yeah,
Okay. I just use it
yeah.
from like, we get the signups and you go to the link and you sign up and all that. And I've got like one text message thread from them that they send the notifications. And it's like SF, San Diego, New York, Miami. I didn't
Oh,
realize
yeah,
that it was
you're looking at it more like an RSS feed or push feed notification thing for an event. No, it's like Eventbrite or Meetups.com kind of thing.
Yeah, you can go in there and search all the events you want. Like, you know what I mean? You can search the style of the event, the location of the event, time, you know what
And
I mean?
now that I'm not busy with that fucking scam ass club in Vegas anymore, when we're out in Vegas, bro, when you see there's so many different conferences, there's like music conference, there's technology conferences, money like banking infrastructure conferences. There's
conference
so
capital of the
much.
world.
Yeah, that you can just go to for free, bro. Like every single day there's something happening at one of those casinos that is like epic shit and it's almost always free or you can figure out a way to get in for free. I just never had a chance to do any of that cool shit cuz I was trying to build a fucking club.
Well,
Yeah.
mad respect to the fact that you put that much work into it. I saw you put
Hell
every
yeah,
bit
that shit
of
was
effort
fire,
you could.
bro.
And,
That club was so motherfucking fire, bro.
Oh,
I
I'm
I
going
be having
live with
nightmares.
Rice Crypto because Ben apparently said I didn't do anything for any of the money he gave me and I ruined his company or so. I don't know. I saw a clip of him like saying I did something wrong type shit, but like he gave me money. I worked the club. I didn't make any content because it was a scam. Like every day it felt scammier and scammier. I wasn't going to sit there and be like, hey, join this club and join this 7 different pyramid schemes that at my club. Like, there was no fucking way I was making a video for cloud mining or some shit in 2026, bro. Like, fuck out of here. So
Yeah, that
like,
was crazy.
yeah, fuck
Oh, you
Ben.
you did you did like videos of like the
The
production
club,
of the
my
building.
club,
Yeah, the club.
yeah, the
Yeah,
physical
yeah.
oh
place
yeah,
people could come and hang out, yeah, that existed.
I took
But
my
like
mom there.
all that stuff on that backdrop, like there's so many different projects that were all scams within that scam. It was like a
The
Matryoshka
Bitcoin bank.
doll.
Yeah,
Yeah, the bank. Where's the bank? The bank. There's never gonna be a bank, bro. There's never gonna be a resort. Like it's all a scam.
damn.
That's unfortunate, man, because you put a lot of effort into that. And I watched you
Yeah.
do. I was with you the day you got or the day before you got the keys, and we went and looked in the window, and like that was actually the MAU day. And like, yeah, no, I mean, you were always every time I'd be like, hey, what are you doing? I'm working. Oh, can Ken come? No, he's at the club. Or Miggy would watch it so that you could go out or something like that. And it's like, yeah, I mean, you guys put a lot of time and effort into it for it to
Hell
not
yeah.
be what you wanted it to be.
Hell
Sucks.
yeah, bro. He recruited me. Like, you know what that means? You know what that means? It's like real shit though. Like straight up, man. He did so much great things at that club, and man, it's sad that it was built on a foundation that was corrupt. You know what I mean? Because if it was built on a solid foundation, it would have been a beautiful thing, man. Like
Bro,
for
if I
real. Like
wasn't distracted with a fight in Singapore, like I had to fight somebody in Singapore. I was distracted from the day I got the keys to that club till the day I got to fight that dude in Singapore. And I really couldn't dig into Ben's club. Like I didn't know what I was in Bulgaria when Ben told me about the club in Vegas, right? I didn't know he had like 6 physical brick and mortar store. I didn't know anything that he was up to. You know what I mean? Like I was just like, cool, good for you. But yeah, I'll run a franchise if you want me to. I'd love to run a club or whatever. And as soon as I got the keys, I couldn't do what I wanted. I had to follow this. I had to do this. I couldn't use the graphics. So it wasn't like my franchise. I was literally just a manager of a front for a fucking pyramid scheme club. That's what it turned. Like I found that out like the week after my fight. I started to really look at things and dig into things and start to ask questions. And like within 2 weeks after the fight, Ben was already flying out to the club because I was poking too many fucking holes in things. Like I'm asking too many questions in the investors meetings and stuff, and I'm starting to worry. I'm like, people should be worried. I'm kind of worried. Like we're spending so much money in rent and electricity, plus what you're paying me. There is literally no way I could ever get this club in Vegas to become break even, let alone profitable. Like when I started to really look at the numbers, I'm like, this is how many people have to join the club. This is how many times a month. I'm like, no, the amount, it was like $30,000 a month just in operational cost on the fucking club, bro. Like, there's no way I could get $50 is the membership. You know how many fucking people you have to get to join your club to make money on a $30,000 overhead, bro? It's not possible. And he kept saying it was his money when we all know it was coming from the investors' pool. So it wasn't his money. It was the investors' money. It was all weird, man. It was weird. I didn't like any of it after I started.
He told me he was going to pay me for that event that I did, and he didn't. So it is what it is. I've done 2 events
he still
for
owes
him.
me money too, man.
Yeah.
He and as Bitcoin stays stagnant, the rug's just gonna fall apart, man. He can't keep up the scam unless Bitcoin 2x's.
Most people are really hurting right now, and you're starting to see, it's great when it's great. Everybody's doing great when it's great. 2021, when the NFT market was on fire, everybody's doing great. What happens when it crashes? It's guys like us that are still here, Miggy, Wayne, you know what I mean? Like people that have been solid and there the entire time.
Bro, and I've had so many opportunities to just like take the cash and leave. Like I've been 7 figures deep 3 different times in crypto, and I watched it go down because it never gave a fuck about the USD value of anything. Like I held my wax tokens from 10 cents all the way to $1. I was a millionaire, and I held it all the way back down to 3 cents. I didn't give a fuck. I used it while I had it. I spent it where I could spend it, but you weren't going to see me open a bank account and fucking take the money and just never use the internet again. Like, that's just... I don't know how people live like that.
We had the gallon notes and watched that thing go up.
That's crazy, bro. I couldn't imagine. Bro, I don't even understand. Like, I don't know. Man, it's culture different. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody
I just don't
gonna get
believe
rich
in
and
money,
then,
bro. I don't like the idea, the concept, or the ideology of it. I wish that it was like an obsolete concept that just didn't make sense, like Zeus and fucking like the Roman religions and Greek gods and shit. Like they're mythological stories. I feel like money should be a mythological story, and I might not live to see it, but eventually people will talk about money in the same way we joke about zodiac signs. It's a thing, but it's not.
So much. Like, I agree so much.
It's a thing, but it's not. Yeah, I'm a Cancer, but I'm really not a Cancer. Like,
bro, like I said, you were on the podcast a couple days ago when we were talking with the bro from Hex. I got $500,000 for free, and I locked it up for 15 years because I don't care. Like, I didn't want it. People were so worried about the dollar value, and I was like, actually, you should check out the tech. The fact that I could lock it and stake it and do all this cool shit with it is way cooler than the fact that it's worth that much money. Like, look what I can do with the money. I locked it up for 15 years. Can you do that with your Bitcoin? No. Sounds kind of corny.
I don't know. I don't know if that's something like to brag about or something like that. Like, I don't know.
I used it the way it was meant to be used. It's like, somebody gives you a phone and you never turn it on and never use it because you don't want the battery to get bad or you don't want the phone screen to get scratched. Like, what's the point of having the phone? It's going to get scratched. The battery's going to go bad. You got to use it.
How far into that
technology, not money. Huh?
Oh, I said, how far into that 15-year cycle are you?
I think I'm at 5 years, so I got about 10 years left on the stake.
Ain't shit. We got it.
No, I'm a third of the way done.
Yep.
Just don't die.
Yeah, even if I die, Bobcat's got the private keys. It won't go to waste.
For sure.
Yeah, I miss that guy.
Oh shit! I didn't mean to put a fucking target on his head, but yeah, that dude.
Well, yep, too late. That's funny as shit.
Yeah, no, that's another thing that I like about being somebody who doesn't care about the money part is like, you know how many people are willing to share private keys with their friends? Probably nobody, but I have. I've shared my private keys with like at least two other people that I know and I trust more than I care about the money that's in the wallets. Like that, hey, if anything ever happens to me, use those funds to bail me out. You know what I mean? Or if something ever
Yeah,
happens to me, use those funds to get me a dope ass tombstone.
damn. You want a nice tombstone?
I don't know if I want a tombstone as much as I want one of those mausoleums. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Like those are dope, bro. You
like
ever
a New
see?
Orleans style one or like a generic, like a normal one? Because New Orleans everywhere, everybody's got those.
Oh, I want one that's sort of like a gazebo indoor outdoor vibe. Like I want it to be a smoke spot where kids like break into the cemetery to go smoke at my smoke spot because it's like it's got the cover. It looks like, you know what I mean, but it's like I want my mausoleum to be a spot kids sneak into to get drunk and get high and like party at night in the graveyard.
The
Next to
Bozak.
your dead body.
Well, above it.
Oh, cause you be in the ground.
Well, I'd probably be in
Oh,
the wall, maybe. You're right, next to it. I think mausoleums work with the wall vibes, right?
okay. Listen, I didn't really know what a mausoleum was, so I'm just kind of using context clues. Like, I mean, I'm trying to figure it out. But my brain was like,
It's like a
I had my
janitor's
brain.
closet with a casket, sort of like what vampires
Right,
vibe in.
right. I mean, I get it now. I see it now. But where my brain was at was like I was thinking about like fucking like the fucking Central American old lady in a glass casket standing up like in the room.
No, I'm
I'm getting
not
Han
getting
Solo
embalmed
vibes.
and preserved. Yeah.
Yeah,
Han Solo.
with the diamond.
Yeah, for all of eternity, just like Han Solo frozen.
Hey, it's
Oh,
Bozak.
shit. That's what I figured you want. Like that's what I was like. That's what he's talking about. Of course, that's what he wants.
Nah,
Like
but
he want
I'm
to
a
smoke with
big
his.
fan of cremation over burial because I like the idea of my energy being radiated into the universe. So when you're cremated, the energy that is in your body actually gets turned into like a radiation wave, right? Your energy from your physical body that you stored the
Mhm.
energy in, it goes out into the universe when you're cremated, like a radio signal. But when you're buried, it's absorbed and stays locally to the earth. So I think I'd rather be
Mhm.
cremated because then I'm blown out into the universe as a signal.
Hell yeah, my wife was cremated, and like I swear I feel her presence all the time. Like she don't never leave me. Like, and that shit is crazy. Like, oh
Yeah.
man,
No, it's
Sorry.
definitely a signal in the universe that wouldn't have existed without her existence, and that's exactly right, bro. It's there forever. Fucking love you, man. Dude, I cannot believe we're up on the hour already, bro.
What a good time, man. What a great, I'm so proud of you for having this podcast running as long as you have and being consistent with it and being, just again, another beacon of like positivity in a world that isn't quite so positive. And, if more of us alike souls are together, then we can take over and conquer anything, man.
Yeah, boy, we're gonna compound the interest of positive vibes. I can't wait to see us in Vegas all together. I mean, I'm jealous because I already know Double O. He don't waste no time, so he'll probably end up seeing you tomorrow or some shit. But I'll be
Yeah,
in Vegas soon.
Ken's got my cell phone number and everything.
I
hell
thought I
yeah, hell
texted
yeah.
you and it didn't go through. I don't know if I have. Did you get a new number? Or is it the same one from when you were at the club?
Oh, yeah. I've had the same number for 10 years. I'll text you right now.
Okay, yeah, I texted you, but it said not sent. I don't know if then maybe you
Yeah,
blocked me, then motherfucker.
That motherfucker.
you know I'm.
You bitch ass.
I sent you a picture of you, me, and Aaron in 2018, and you got the Bitcoin light up hat. I'm gonna bump that with a text right now.
Dude,
A light up hat.
that hat was so. Oh man, that hat was the fucking move, bro. That hat got me so much play with so many people. That hat, it was a big neon hat that just glue
Well,
Bitcoin bright, bright, bright,
wow,
bro.
that's
Yep,
fire.
that's
Uh,
2018.
I'd wear that
Hell
thing on
yeah.
the airplane, bro, and I wouldn't turn the light off the whole flight, bro.
Bro, you stupid as fuck, bro.
I
I mean,
know.
mind you, I'm at an airport, so like I'm visualizing that shit. It was just dark as hell in the
Dark
plane.
in the airplane, and it's just a big red illumination, Bitcoin.
That's funny as hell. So broken.
That's
All
great.
right, guys, we'll wrap it up here, man. If you guys are watching, I hope I see you guys. If you tuned in, if you're in Vegas, if you don't have a ticket to the conference, every side event is free. All you have to do is RSVP on Luma. They don't ask for your credentials for like a ticket to the conference for your side events. Usually, I'd say 95% of the time, they don't care if you have a ticket to the conference. So definitely go to Vegas, make it a vacation, and just tailgate the conference. You know, bring the wife, the kids, and while they're doing their thing, playing with the flamingos, right? You're at the conference doing your thing. I think that would be the vibe. But I can't wait to be in Vegas. 420. If you're in Vegas for 420, me and Double O Tats are going to be doing a thing at a dispensary / smoke lounge. So then again, thank you to fundme.cash and the Bitcoin Cash community. Yeah. I raised about $4,000 to go to Slovenia, to go to the BCH Bliss conference next month. So I will be attending and making content covering the event. I'll be doing some interviews with some of the people there. I'll be covering the event as far as like the attendee and my perspective goes. And yeah, just looking forward to being in Slovenia, which is, I just noticed, it has love right in the name. Like it's SLOVENIA. So like love's right in the name, man. It's like positive vibes, bro, right out of the gate.
Yeah, man. Hell yeah, man. That's fire, bro. Hey, man, when you get there, you make sure you ask everybody about a Bitcoin Cash tattoo. You know what I'm saying? I guess let's apply that pressure to their ass.
Oh, when I see you in Vegas, we should do a fundme.cash tattoo in honor of FundMe. I don't mind doing that out of love and respect.
That's fire.
We need to talk about my movie that I've been making for a while when we meet up, because I've got a huge potential opportunity for this to blow up for you.
Hell yeah. Let's go.
Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Thank you all again for watching. Like, share, comment, and I will see you in Vegas.
Hello, happy bros. Hey, you're about to get a face full of the Ken Bozak. He's a mentor. That's what I heard. He's a connector. Oh yeah. He's a brilliant leader. I've seen it. He's Ken Bozak. Oh, happy bro. You gotta get some Bitcoin and hold it. Happy bros. You gotta get those NFTs and you gotta hodl that stuff. You gotta hodl it. 'Cause I'm Ken bro. We got your Bitcoin, bro. He's an original. Buy some NFTs and hold them. How many times does he have to tell you? Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Going to the moon. We're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. 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 Yeah, we're going to the moon. We're going to the moon. Bro, we're going to the moon. Oh yeah, we're going to the moon. We're gonna get real high. Real high. Yep. Real high. Hello, happy bros. Come get some Ken Bozak.